Alrighty, hello, how you guys doing? Welcome to my channel and thank you for stopping by. Hope your day is going great. So let's talk about Porosaurus, in and out of Echoes of Extinction. Let's get started. What family does Porosaurus belong to? Alligatoridae. And where was it discovered? In the Amazon region. And when did Porosaurus live? That would be in what is today South America, Brazil and Peru. And finally, what does Porosaurus mean? Porous, lizard. Now let's dive into Echoes of Extinction. So the behavior profile for this is quite a short one. It's a large ambush predator and it's akin to modern day alligators and crocodiles. So let's get onto its growth stages and how it's gonna be in each stage. Juvenile. Poro spends most of its time near or in shallow water. This is for survival. Scavenging for scraps and hunting small fish when it seems it's safe enough to do so. Patience is key for its survival at this stage. You can't just go around in the open, whether that's in the waters or on land. Surprisingly, its endurance is poor at this stage, with Porosaurus not even being able to spend much time underwater whilst juvenile. But Poro does feed and drink quickly to allow it to spend less time as possible near danger, so you can get in and dip. But don't mistake it for being pathetic. As for its small size, it can surprisingly lunge with enough power. With its scent ability being decent, it relies on ambush tactics. And one last strategy for this juvenile is its night vision, as it remains underdeveloped, meaning threats at night are that much more dangerous, even the ones that may come from below. Adolescent. Now slightly bigger, its bite force starts to grow, giving it the ability to capture and crush fish, also gaining the ability to lunge with speed. However, its stamina and recovery are still slow burners, but Porosaurus can now stay underwater for a little longer. And with some extra room for maneuvering underwater now, it can finally avoid danger a little better. And just before it reaches its next stage, night vision starts to get a little better, but Poro's scent now starts to deteriorate, leaving it having to use its eyes more for danger and food. So having a good sense of what's around you might just help you get to the next stage, which is Subadult. Now in Subadult stage, Poro's skull and jaw structure harden rapidly, with also its bite force increasing significantly. This now marks it being able to take on medium-sized prey. And if you're not a Poro and you see a Subadult, you must stay wary, as now it truly is able to use its signature move, that being grab and drown, and it will also be able to lunge, crash and roll. I know I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of that. Another buff for Subadult is that now Porosaurus can stay submerged for longer, making it truly a patient predator that lurks from beneath, keeping its little eyes fixated on its prey. But be careful, as your stamina recovery will be poor, so make calculated lunges, don't just go crazy. And now we've reached the adult form. And in its final form, Porosaurus is now one of the top semi-aquatic predators that Echoes of Extinction has to offer. Massive and heavy, staying submerged for long periods of time, meaning you may look at calm water, but underneath, a Porosaurus may be death rolling its prey, screaming in the depths as you think that everything is fine. And on land, as you can imagine, Poro is not doing so well, being slow, big, fat and obvious, yet in water it's agile, precise and brutal, with tail strikes being a thing to help Poro destabilize or knock prey before a lethal grab. Endurance still stays poor, meaning that every decision you make, whether it's lunging, timing or chasing, matters due to you being so heavy and powerful. But night vision is at an all-time high, with it peaking in the adult stage. Same with bite force, of course. And finally, Porosaurus feeds fairly quickly, only needing a few bites from a kill to be satisfied. So what are my thoughts on this? Of course, let me know yours down below in the comment section as well. So it's nice to see what people like to think and what ideas you guys have. I think the way this is designed is quite well balanced, especially in the Subadult and adult stage where you will be slow, you'll be quite obvious because of your size, but if you play the sneaky predator that you're meant to be, you'll be rewarded quite nicely. And being calculated and needing to actually think before attacking, since your stam doesn't regenerate that quick, and I'm presuming lunging will probably take quite a bit of a chunk of your stam down, kind of means that it's not going to be just some crazy massive guy that's just going to be able to just bite, lunge, because I'm presuming it'll be able to drag down most things, at least from mid-sized to down. Maybe even some other apexes, depending if they're in water, I guess. That's just me speculating there. But I kind of like it. I don't think there's any negatives I can really think about, because all the negatives have their positives and all the positives have the negatives to kind of balance it out. Porosaurus is one of those that is kind of unique, because you will have other semi-aquatic predators like even Spinosaurus, but Spino will probably have to spend more time on land than Puro, making it kind of probably one of the most, if not the most, semi-aquatic one that will have to stay in the water. I do wonder if it will be the strongest, maybe health-wise. And if it will be, what kind of debuffs will it receive on land, apart from obviously being so obvious because you're just giant. Maybe the water drain will be far quicker. We shall see. But yeah, not really much more to say about that. I'm quite happy with what I read and what I've read to you guys, and I feel like Puro will be a great addition. Now, when it will be coming, I'm not sure. I'm presuming it will come into the game when the game releases as beta or early access, should I say. Because from what I know of in the tech demo, it will be just Orano, Eocarcharia, and I think humans as well. So it'll be those three for you to play. And Porosaurus will probably come then after that, considering that does look like there's been a lot of work done to it. But we shall see. Apart from that, you guys have a great day. Next, I think I'll be talking about Tapeo, the first flyer that should be coming into Extinction. So apart from that, you guys have a great day. See you guys in the next one, and peace.